tutorial, I will be working with petal dust. If you like this type of tutorial, feel free to subscribe to my channel. All links will be posted in the comment box below. I remember when I started doing cakes, it was suggested to use non-toxic chalks to paint gumpaste flowers, but colors were not as vibrant. Then one day I went to my cake shop and found out about petal dust. At the time, these little bottles were heaven in a small jar. I eventually met the owner of the company that created them. Her name is Eileen Walker, and the company is CSA Sugar Art. Her company has been in business since 1988. And if you work a lot with cakes, you have seen these bottles before. They're famous because they can be a little bit tough to open, but I got a trick for you. This is how I open mine. There are many different types of colors. You got highlighters, you got petal dust, pearlescent dust, sparkle dust, also known as diamond dust, and luster dust. First, we're going to talk about the highlighters. Highlighters come in 3 colors: gold, rose gold, and silver. These colors are only meant to be used in details that can be detached from the cake, and they're not meant to be eaten. So if you want a whole tier that needs to be gold, you can either do a dummy or make sure that the layer you painted can be detached from the cake as you serve. Remember, it's only meant for decoration. The way to use a highlighter is basically you take the dust, add some lemon extract to it, and then you paint your piece. If you prefer, you can use vodka or Everclear, but my preference is the lemon extract. As you can see, you just paint the pieces and put them on the cake as you need them, and they can be detached. These colors do make a statement and they're gorgeous. The colors are vibrant and beautiful. Now we're going to be talking about petal dust. CSA has 49 petal dust colors in their line. These 49 colors come in non-toxic and the ultra, which are completely FDA approved and completely edible. All the ingredients are listed because by law the FDA wants them listed. But more than that, all the paperwork and certifications are available for those who want proof of the certification. What does this mean for us cakers? It means that these colors can be used safely in the cakes you make. So you can use the non-toxic ones for your gumpaste flowers, but if you need to paint on your cakes, you can get the Ultra collection, which is FDA approved, and you can paint directly on your cakes, and you can even mix this with the buttercream or your fondant to create new colors. Petal dust are really easy to apply. You basically use the dust to paint your flowers, and then you can set the color with a little bit of steam. This will help the color stick to the flower and just make the color a lot brighter. If you want to paint over your cake with them, you can use some Everclear, vodka, or lemon extract, and you can just paint like that as a watercolors, or you can add some white to it as a base and have a thicker consistency. And there's so many uses. You can use them dry or you can use them wet. I have also diluted them with some lemon extract or vodka and just place it in my airbrush machine and use it as a spray, and it works fantastic. Just make sure that it's very well diluted. The next one I will be talking is the luster dust. Luster dust has a very nice shine to it. It's one of my favorite colors out there, and it brings a lot of beautiful colors to your cakes. These colors are non-toxic. There's 51 colors in the collection, and 2 of them are edible. The rest are non-toxic. Non-toxic means that it is harmless if ingested, but it's really not intended as a food product. It's just like children crayons will not make them sick if you eat them, but it's not really approved as a food source. So you have a few options. You can use it in small areas, or you can tell your customers not to eat it and have a layer of buttercream and a layer of fondant, and that way you can detach the fondant when you eat it. CSA has a whole line of pearl colors. Some of them are called Ultra, which means they are FDA approved, as we already talked about, and some of them are non-toxic. All of them have a pearl sheen but with different undertones. For example, some of them you can find with a green, gold, orange, blue, red, and many undertones, so you can use them accordingly to the decoration you're having on your cake. My favorite one is the Ultra Super Pearl, which is FDA approved and has a beautiful shine to it and is mostly a basic pearly white. In most of the decorations I have used for my cakes that have white details, Super Pearl is the one I use the most and is one of my favorite ones. The next collection of colors is called Sparkle Dust or Diamond Dust. As you can see, these colors have like a little sparkles. It's not a disco dust. It's basically a luster dust, but it has bigger pieces of the luster. And this is why it's called sparkle or diamond, because it shines a little bit more. I find that the color is a little bit more subtle and you have to play with it a little bit more. This is because the larger black sparkles are a little bit looser, so you need a little bit of extra time to make sure they adhere. But they have a really beautiful shine to it. Usually I tend to use a wet coat first and then I apply a dry coat on top to finish it. Sparkle comes in 18 colors and one of them is fully edible. The rest of them are non-toxic. Once again, all these colors can be used dry or wet depending on what you're trying to achieve. In this cake, for example, I use the stencil with the dry powder. This will give a softer look. You can use the dry powder on top of wet to seal it up, and you can use it dry for flowers or wet if you need stronger, bolder colors. It really depends on what you're trying to achieve. I hope you enjoy all the information on this petal dust. All the links will be posted in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, visit me in Facebook, Instagram, share your work with me, and until next time, ta-ta!